Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life and TV. I am Portia. You are here for Ready to Love. This is season 3, episode 11, the finale episode. I might have the number wrong, but it is the finale. So the show has rounded down to an end, and we got 2 more episodes left. We're going to do a 2-part finale. For some reason, I feel like majority of the drama from the finale is going to be dealing with Denise and Alicia, and Naya. Oh my goodness, and Naya. I think those are going to be the 3 biggest elements of the whole reunion. They probably gonna have to put those on 2 separate episodes just to give us the feel of it. How I felt about this season so far. Again, I think I said this at the beginning. These are characters who I really just didn't connect with at all for the most part. So, will I miss them? No. It's been pretty predictable. Every week you kind of knew who was going, and we've learned, or I have learned, and probably some other reviewers out there too, that production was basically a cast member this year. They may have been a cast member in previous years as well, but they were basically a cast member. By them being on this resort, production had so much control of who said and did what to who. I told y'all earlier, when Simone, Joy, and Winter had that discussion, that Simone had already revealed to me that production is who made her go and apologize to them. She didn't even realize what she was apologizing for. And she got so emotional because she felt like she was being attacked. So we'll see how that goes. For some reason, I think that Joy has some type of connection to Tommy. And I'm saying this because Tommy got so emotional last week. Like I said, he was more emotional than Ray was. Tommy was as emotional as Joy. So I'm thinking that there's some type of connection. Maybe he knows the family, something. But Tommy was really vested in Joy. And just from to go back and make Simone apologize to Joy and Winter, or else she was due to be taken off the show probably. That just kind of like leads to my point. And then again, on another note, we learned that production was swaying the doggone eliminations. I said this last season. I think that if Tommy really got tired of somebody, he kind of like egged on a particular person being put off the show. Edwin revealed that the night that Naya got eliminated, the men for the most part wasn't as upset with her as everybody else seemed to have been, or the way that the cut and edits made it seem to be. That Simone was actually the person that got voted off that night. And then Tommy went back around the room after they had already picked Simone and was like, okay, so what y'all think about Naya? And everybody was like, yeah, they wasn't really feeling what happened, but Simone was the one who they wanted to leave. And production made a decision to say that it was actually Naya who was leaving that day, which is probably why Naya was pissed off as much as she was. But yeah, then I listened to Winter and Adriana and a couple other people speak. There was a lot of things that happened during this season that production shapeshifted to give us a skewed view of these people. However, I still didn't have any genuine connection with anybody just from the viewpoints that they showed me. So we start this episode off with a toast to the final 5. This was like immediately after Denise walked out. So we're left with Winter, Anthony, my Uncle Greg. He's going to be Anthony from the rest of this point on. Anthony, Rashid, Kafani, and Adriana. And one of the reasons why I said that this was like edit cuts a lot, because every once in a while, depending on what scene you're looking at, Kafani would be sitting in front of Adriana, then he'd be sitting next to her, then he'd be sitting in front of her, then he'd be sitting next to her. They cut that so odd, so weird, to make it look like it was more dramatic than it really was. But Adriana's like, I'm on hot seat now. I gotta make a decision. I thought we was gonna end this with 6 of us here, but now it's at least 5, and Winter and Anthony have already kind of made the decision. So now it's like all eyes are on you, and she feels really nervous because she doesn't know what to do. I still at this point have always felt she knew what she wanted to do. At this point, she was just scared to do it. That's what I feel. Anthony and went over there like, ooh, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen now. This finna be good. After that meeting, I'm finna mess their names up again. Rashid goes to talk to Adriana. He's like, you know what? I need to know where her head is at. If we on the same page, what's really the tea, right? So he goes and sits down and he talked to her, and he's like, look here. I love the connection that we made. I thought that we really look good together. You have always been my number one. All the things that he normally would say, all things people would normally say. And Adriana is still like a doe in headlights. Like, yeah. I told y'all that one of the things that I picked up on her lately is how she greeted him and how she walked away from him. She come in, she gave that hug, she leaned into it. No real, closeness. She kept a distance. She leaned into it. It says, I like you, but, okay. And then when they got ready to separate, Rashid finally looked like I have been thinking. Like something is off here. I feel like I'm like, not necessarily getting played, but I'm gonna get the short end of the stick. That's pretty much what he's thinking. And she gave him a hug, and her face, every time she gives him a hug, the expression on her face is so blank. It's like almost like she's trying to be hidden. She's trying to hide the emotion. Like she don't want to take on the feeling. Like she probably got a little shimmer in her when he hugged her, but she don't want to feel it. She want to block it, and you can see it in her face. And she doesn't give him a kiss this time. She usually always like, no, she doesn't give him a kiss at all this time. They sat there and they like, okay, all right. Yeah, it was so awkward. I love when I love when Rashid talks to any woman that he speaks to. All these men, when I'm watching them, they all seem to talk to somebody's body, with the exception of Jay and Joy. I think he really looks at her when he talks to her. And Rashid does that. He actually engages with the woman when he speaks to her. And I think that's what gets us as the viewers caught up in him. Because like I said, he's not the most handsome. He's not unattractive, but he's not the most handsome. He's not a looker. He ain't got a little roughneck in him that I see. And he's a prayer boy. That's how I see him, as a prayer boy. And nothing wrong with that though. But I think that's what draws us, because he listens, and a woman loves a man that will actually pay attention to her. Yes, we want to be appreciated for our body. We look good. You look wearing that dress, girl. We want to be doing all that stuff too. But we want to know that somebody is actually being considerate of what we're saying and how we're feeling and how we're thinking, right? Or at least I do. I don't know about y'all, but I do. So I love that's how he talks to them. He looks them in the eyes directly. He's not always gazing down at her boobs. And if he did do any of that thing, they cut that shit out to make us have this one perception about what type of man Rashid is. So Tommy, he tells them that he told them before, it's time to meet the families. Okay, this meet the family segment reminded me of Meet the Friends. It was the same way. They came in, they sat down, they chit-chatted with them, and then they bounced out and left and left the families together to just hash it out. Okay, what did you think? It was like a repeat of that same week to me, just with less people. Winter, she gets to meet Anthony's sister. Oh, did I just say that right? Winter does get to meet Anthony's sister, but Anthony meets Winter's sister first. And Winter's sister is totally taken by Anthony. He's charismatic. He is funny. He has a nice body. You know, she is like, oh, child, yes, girl. You done just got a winner in this one, right? But with Winter, I can't read her. I really can't. I mean, she keeps saying that there's chemistry between them, and I just don't see it at all. I even watched one of her live streams before. She's like, y'all just didn't see all the times and all the good fun that we had. No matter where you are in this show, Winter gives me the same lack of, what do I want to say? I don't want to say something mean. She doesn't show any personality. That's the word I want to use. She doesn't show any personality to me, and it's like she's trying not to. I don't know, but with her and Anthony, it's like she's trying to manifest something that we just don't see. It's not there. Like, of course, yes, he's intriguing to her. Yeah, they have a lot of fun together, but chemistry, no, I don't see it. I don't see no fireworks in her eyes when he kisses. None. No fireworks. I don't see no melting, melting behind her smile when she see him. I don't see no tingle. Like, I don't see the effects of the tingle sitting down her spine. I just don't see it at all. Like, I don't think he see it either. I really don't. Which is why he still got these blocks up. But I think the fact he's like, she is giving me this time of day, when I'm going to just see where this at, She giving me mixed signals. I think that's what Anthony is really trying to say. He seemed to have more chemistry with her sister, to me, than he does with Winter. For real. The Winter feels like this is really going to work. And what I'm reading from her is that she's saying, I'm not sure if I want to teach him how to love me. That's what I'm hearing from Winter. She keeps saying, I think it's really going to work. I think we can do it. When she says, I think we can, she's saying to me, I'm not sure if I want to teach him how to love me. She's dealt with emotionally unattached men for a long fucking time, is what she said. And the thing is, he says he is open to be vulnerable, and that's what she's like going off of. She believes he's an honest dude, right? So she cool with dating the potential of who he could be. Here we go with that fucking potential again. I mean, every time that she asks a question, she's asking all the questions that, including the ones that she had with his sister when she sat down and met his sister. The questions that she had for her has led me to believe that she's still doubting herself. She's not doubting Anthony. She's doubting herself. But Anthony, his sister, something about her, she did not make me feel comfortable. Having Winter or any woman involved with him, for real. Like, she would never directly answer a question. Kind of talked around whatever questions that Winter wanted to know. And Winter was like, okay, hold up. Let me think about this some more. Just her entire response, like her quick looks. Winter would throw some faces. Winter throw some looks at your ass. You know what the fuck she ain't got no, what's that? I can't think of the name of the term. The face when you don't show no emotion and you can trick people. Poker face. She ain't got no poker face. She got a joker face. Ooh, did I say that? I ain't say that. Take that back. I'm trying not to be mean. I'm trying to be nice. Her smile is jokerish though, but she ain't got a poker face. So it's like her, when she thinks something, she reacts immediately and it's all over her face. Yeah. I don't know. I think when the sister said that Anthony was an honest man, Winter was like, phew, oh my God, so glad you said that. So glad you said that. But that wasn't the question. The question posed to her was, do you think your brother is ready to love? And she said, well, I'm not, what I'm going to say is that he's an honest man. I was like, sis, that ain't what she asked you. And the fact that he seemed interested in you is making me think that he's willing to try. So to answer her question, no, not at this time. You think he tried, but you ain't think he ready. Okay, he ready to try, but he not ready. Just answer that question, right? Okay, so Kafani has Adriana meet his parents. I never thought Kalfani was Ghanaian. Like, he speaks no hint of his native tongue at all. And his parents are thick with it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have got it. Anywho, I loved his parents. I did. Adriana, no, she set real well with his family. She loves the idea of having a large family moments, which she said she doesn't have, her being an only child, but her family don't get together like that. And they seem to love the fact that she came in with such natural positive energy in regards to meeting them. Like, she didn't seem like she was putting on a front or trying to impress them. She was just her natural self, and they seemed to like that. I know, and I think that's like a stark comparison between her and Winter. I don't know why I'm comparing the two. Winter seems to lack that fun side, and Adriana's always fucking giggling. Oh my god, it seems like Adriana's the one that always want to crack a joke. And but yeah, okay. Even when she's participating in a fun moment, Winter just seems like she's disconnected, like she's on guard still to me, something like that. She doesn't really open up. Like, even with the sister, she was like, it wasn't like, I don't know, maybe they need to show us more. But Winter seemed very, very, very guarded all the time. Well, Rashid, he doesn't invite his family. He says that anytime that I have a woman meet my family, it means we are serious. And we ain't at that stage right now. I'm talking to a woman who can't even just make up her mind and she want to be with me. So no, she can't meet my sister. But he FaceTimed her, and he basically tells his sister he ready to bow out. Like, I got this gut feeling that things are not going my way. What you think I should do? And the sister say, follow your own gut, follow your own intuition. You ain't gotta listen to what I say do. You follow it. You know what I'm saying? So he asked the sister, he told her about her and how much he liked the woman, and he said something seems off. So like, our connection doesn't seem as strong as it did in the beginning, right? He said, but do you still want to meet her? I can go get her right now. Now, he said that she out there having dinner with Kalfani people. At least that's how they cut it. His sister's like, no, I'm good. I ain't gotta meet her. She already knew that her brother should walked away at this time. That's what the sister said. Well, they later show Anthony and Kalfani, and they talk about how their initial family meetings went. And Anthony's like, I'm in there like swimwear. Shoot, I got invited to the cookout. That's because their sister liked you. Liked you. That's what I say. Anyway, Rashid is on the outside, and he calls Adriana to him and say, you know what? We in week 8. We getting down to the wire, and it's strange to me that you still are so torn. That you like, I just don't know what to do. Just don't know what I'm doing. That disturbs me. So at this point, I feel like I'm chasing you instead of courting you, and I'm not here for the chase. I'm not going to chase anybody. I'm not going to chase anybody that don't want to be caught. Matter of fact, I just want to court you. But if I'm still in competition where it feels like I'm competing for your attention, competing for your love, like I gotta prove myself to you, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not gonna prove myself to anybody. So I think it's best for me to bow out. I was like, oh. Well, look at her. Look at, right? And she's like, wait a minute. So you're giving up on me? He said, if I feel like I gotta chase you, then that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm gonna do. So she's like, look, I don't want to compare you to Kalfani, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Well, when we talked about this situation about, just being the last minute that I still don't know, he said that he's ready to ride it out with me to the end. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate that same fight for you. Adriana, you already knew what your decision was. I don't know if production is making you prolong this because the show is so lackluster this season that they just needed an extra bit of element of surprise, to give us a little longevity in this episode. But she said, look here, I want you to still meet my dad and stick it out. So he felt like maybe I'm reading her wrong. She still want me to meet her pops. Maybe that's the thing. And I was like, no, you ain't wrong, bro. You follow your gut. Your sister just told you follow your gut. You should have went ahead and went home. Should have bowed out weeks ago for real. I think that she made her decision long ago, but she just needs validation. She seems like one of the people that need her loved ones to validate anybody that she's with. Her best friend, now her dad, who was grilling the hell out of them, by the way. Pops had it and gone with it. He said, boy, make sure I never date a therapist child. Because they would grill the fuck out of you. They was psychoanalyzing the heck out of you. Not only he was psychoanalyzing him on a mental realm, he was psychoanalyzing him on a spiritual realm, everything. I was like, my goodness. Like, what does it mean for you to be a human? I was like, what the fuck? The way the editing cut these scenes, it made it seem like if Rashid was winning over Kalfani. Like, see, you stayed for a good reason, because of the way they was cutting those scenes, like he was really vibing with Rashid. Oh, we frat brothers, yada yada this, yada yada that. Or we both went to HBCUs, something like that. And when they talked to, when they panned to Kalfani and he got to ask the same question, Kalfani was like, huh? You know what I'm saying? That's how they was going. I knew, because they was doing it too much. She had already made her decision. We already knew it was going to be Kalfani. She going to Kalfani. I think production came to them and said, okay, Rashid about to leave. He ready to go, but we need him here. We need a bit of added fanatic effect, right? So they said, Adriana, you better go down there and convince him to stay. What I noticed when they was having those meetings is when she sat down with Kalfani and she was all hugged up and snuggled up with him and everything. And but with Rashid, they played a game that which she was stood back from. 3 people can play pool. You know what I'm saying? 3 people can play pool. But she had already distanced herself from Rashid, and it showed me at that pool table that she was distancing herself from him then. Rashid didn't even shake hands with her daddy when he left out. At least not on that first edit or whatever edit that was. And I bet her daddy picked up on that. In the live, though, the Adriana had, she mentioned that her dad said that Kalfani reminded him of himself. And he reminded her that was the type of man that she claimed that she was looking for. And that was one of the things that really swayed her decision. Like I said, Adriana needs somebody else to validate her feelings for her. So, in turn, Adriana dumps Rashid. And I bet he was thinking, I knew I should have left when I said I was going to leave. He should have. He should have. Because she didn't even wait till the next day. It was the same night that she told him that. He could have left that morning and, been on the first flight out, had time at home with his kid. You know what I'm saying? What do I think about Adriana's decision? Did I think she chose wrong? No. And the reason why I'm going to say no, because all the way through this entire season, Adriana has said that Rashid is the type of dude that she always went for. And she's on this show for a reason. She's on the show to find love. And she wanted to do it differently. She couldn't explain it. She said with Rashid, it was comfortable. She knew him because she knew that type of guy that she dated before. She was familiar in that space. But with Kalfani, he made her feel things that she couldn't even explain. She didn't know why she wanted to laugh so much. She didn't know why she wanted to be so close to him. It was just a different feeling. It was new. Something that she did was uncharted territory for her. And like I said, through the entire season, she had said she didn't want to stay with what she already knew. She's been there, she done that, and it hasn't worked. So she wanted to open herself up to new opportunities, open herself up to this new feeling that she had. So as far as the different men, just from our viewpoint, Kalfani was a more mature man. I'm going to say it that way, as far as how he presented himself after a few weeks. Because at first he was a goofy ass dude that was getting on my nerves. He's a real cornball. And Kalfani remained consistent to me to be somebody I was like, what the fuck do y'all see in him other than his body? That's what else. What else do y'all see him? But they seem to vibe on such a level that even she couldn't understand. And when I said that I thought she made this decision a long time ago, she kind of confirmed that to me. I was watching one of her lives, and she had said that the day that Joy went home, everybody was sent to their rooms or whatever to do whatever you want to do that night. She went to her room. She said she got to process, things like that alone. She would prefer to be alone. After about 45 minutes to an hour, her being there, Kafani showed up. Was like, how you doing? Came to check on you. You want to pray together. And, she said the fact that she was like, he came to check on me. Even though she's one of the people that rather process things alone, the fact that somebody took the time out to consider her as well. Remember how I said last week that Winter went to Elwin and was like, hey, I just want to check on you, see how you doing. That's basically what Kafani did to her. I guess Rashid didn't. Was the way she implied that he didn't. That night, that moment, she had already made her decision then. She had already made her decision. Okay. So anyway, the next day, they have the commitment meetups. Winter's not sure if Anthony is really ready. She thought he was going that she was going to be left there with egg on her face, standing there waiting for him to show up. He came, and still, I saw no chemistry between them. Of course, we saw the edited version of what they talked about. Winter says that they talked about their future together, how they're going to add romance to the relationship. It was the way that she explained it seemed like she had to give him a checklist. Okay, this is what you need to do. Like a rubric, a syllabus or something. Say, this is what you need to do. This is how we're going to do it. That's how that conversation, I heard it. And she was like, yeah, we talked about how we're going to add romance to the relationship. How we're going to do this. How we're going to, I agree. Talk about some shit, before you jump into a relationship. Talk about your sex. Talk about the condom uses. Talk about whether or not y'all want to have kids. Whether y'all think y'all in this for the long haul. Anthony's not even sure if he's in this for the long haul. Anthony is just trying it on for size. He said it repeatedly. He don't want to be pressured into nothing. He just trying this on for size. So that's why one reason why Winter was still not sure if Anthony was going to even show up. She's a hoping and a wishing and a praying. And because she would be his first love, almost like, her popping his cherry, she wanted to see if she could make him fall in love with her. That's what is going to happen. No chemistry between them. I don't care what they say. They keep saying they got chemistry. I don't see it. Anyway, they may have a connection, but chemistry, nah. Kafani, he claims he was out on the dock waiting. He claims that he didn't understand what he was out there doing. I'm like, bro, every time somebody leave their fucking house, y'all all know. Rashid left that night before. Y'all all know, right? Adriana comes out and she tells him that I choose you. He's elated, like, yes, she chose me, yes, like I told you, Kafani likes to win. He's a competitor, they pretty much celebrated the moment, shortly, because Winter and Anthony soon came out and interrupted their moment. They was all like, what y'all doing here? Basically, how y'all getting on my screen time? And I think Adriana said that too. She's like they really didn't show a lot of her and Kafani other than her sitting up giggling in his face. That's it. They didn't really show all the different dates they went on and all the other times that they spent together, things like that. They damn sure didn't show Winter had a date with Anthony. She mentioned that too. Adriana, no, she said she walked past and she saw it. But Kafani out there on the dock is like, I didn't even know what I'm out here for. I didn't know if she come to eliminate me and send me home. And I was like, boy, stop lying. Because, okay, after Winter and Anthony join him, he says, okay, well, guess what? Tommy set up this little surprise for us. How you know Tommy set up a surprise for y'all if you thought that you might have been getting eliminated? You know damn well that you wasn't going to get set off on no boat ride with the rest of the group if you was being eliminated. You knew she was coming to get you, bro. That's why I said I can't deal with the lies. Got this whole boat ride up and y'all ride off across the lake together. End scene. End of it, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this season of Ready to Love. I just wasn't as impressed. But am I looking forward to a reunion? Yes, I am. I sure am. So again, we're going to have a 2-part reunion. So we got 2 more weeks of Ready to Love. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being patient. As I told my people in my Put a Ring on It crew, I've been nursing a migraine, which is why I don't have my studio lights on. The room looks kind of dim. Y'all getting the lights off my laptop on my face, giving me that high pro glow though. And okay, so y'all have a good one. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Peace.